the world and now started living in India, I am now seeing the pains of several parents who are not gifted with a healthy child. I think today the world of medicine has moved on, and I tell Dr. E.S. Krishnamurthy and I applaud him for the kind of passion he brings to anything he does. So I want to thank him for taking epilepsy as a cause and giving care to epilepsy is not easy at all. If you have one child who is epileptic and the others are not, the problem compounds, and the problem compounds with age of the child. And I really wish that I heard Dr. Natarajan, I heard others a little bit here today. I really think that we need to build some care, some comfort, first to the caregivers and get them ready to deal with the situation that has been dealt, and then also to the child and figure out a longer term happy life, happy living for them, and as much as possible a normal living within the constraints that has been imposed. And I say by God, yeah. So with that said, I'm really happy to be here. A lot of good work has been done by this foundation, and we wish you the very best, Doctor. And we are committed to supporting it. And when I started Medall, I will take 2 minutes. I was very clear that I know nothing about medicine, but I was also very clear that I can see the pains of people. And the only intention behind Medall was to connect people who know what to do with people who want that help. And that connection is not that transparent in Indian healthcare today. And investing in technology, investing in systems, but more importantly, investing in top-notch radiologists and others. We sincerely hope collectively with the doctor community and with Medall and others who are also working very hard that we can bring some care, some comfort to each and every one of you, which is going to be meaningful and not pinch your pocket beyond the means that you have. So with that said, I really wish the program the very best, and thank you all. Thank you for coming.
So much for taking time from your busy schedule to be here, Raju, and thank you for those words of wisdom and encouragement. Mr. Vivek Mishra will now take us very quickly through the portal. Just to give you a little bit of a background, today information is available on the click of a mouse, and you can get both information and misinformation. Many patients of mine will read some blog somewhere about some bad experience with a particular drug and then decide that they don't want to take that drug or they don't want to give it to their child. And then we spend half an hour trying to correct that misinformation and reassuring them that such experiences are rare and in the right hands, everything has got good potential. So accurate information is important. We have a second problem, which is that the information often comes from the West. And therefore, if you copy and paste, what will happen is it's not relevant to India. So we need to customize the information to our setting. And we need to be sympathetic and empathetic to the challenges of our setting. To give you an example, people want to get married. Many of the marriages are arranged marriages. Now, how do you present that information to a family where you're seeking an alliance, that this person has epilepsy or is on long-standing medication? It's not easy in the Indian context. You can't do it the Western way. So we have to develop our way of doing it, which recognizes our culture, our circumstances. It also recognizes that there is a need to be honest and truthful when we enter into these engagements. And so the whole counseling process is what we are trying to slowly put into the portal. It's by no means complete. We've only made a beginning. It's an interactive portal, so we can keep adding information, and the idea is to keep on adding information as we go along. The idea is to also ensure that we correct and update information as we go along. So I'm going to get Vivek to just briefly introduce you to the portal and to the concept, and then we will go to the panel discussion where we take questions and discuss all this. Vivek.
Good morning, distinguished physicians, ladies and gentlemen. More than 10 million people suffer from epilepsy in India, but all these statistics are not enough to describe the impact of an illness on a nation. Seizure impacts life of people with epilepsy and their family in many ways, including creating barriers to employment and education, facing a sense of discrimination and isolation from peers who don't really understand what a seizure is. Accurate information about epilepsy helps in removing fear and anxiety and reassures the person with epilepsy and their family. It is important to remember that within certain precautions, compliance with the medication, normal activities can be carried out by the people with epilepsy. At Neurocrash and Neuroscience India Group, we have taken an opportunity on National Epilepsy Day 2014 to start an information campaign. The initial step in this campaign is the creation of a web portal, and we called it as EpiCare, Empowering Epilepsy. So in India, still epilepsy is thought to be a mental disorder, and this is because a lack of education. So in order to bring the change in the mindset and for the information to a wider reach, we have created this portal. EpiCare, a web portal, is dedicated to empowering people with epilepsy by making available current information and living with for the people with epilepsy. Apart from diagnosis and treatment, we also have a section for professionals where we are uploading our lectures, our slide shares, and a connect page where we have to, any of the person with epilepsy, a caregiver, a professional, or someone who engaged with the advocacy of epilepsy can write to us, and we will write back to them telling about the resolving their questions, asking about the queries.